Hi there, welcome to the Gamma family. I'm Michelle, and I'm here to teach you how to assemble your bike. Because you might have thought that you were going to receive something like this, but instead, your bike came out like this. We recommend you taking your bicycle to be assembled by a professional. However, if you want to build it yourself, this is how to do it. So the first step is to open the box. Cut open the box and take out all the parts. In the accessory box, you'll find tools, seat post, saddle, pedals, accessories, bell, basket brackets, and your manual. Now put everything in your basket so you don't lose it. Turn the fork to make the brake facing forward. Then clean the wrappings and remove all parts that were attached to the bike. Insert the fork into the box so it is stable for the next steps. Untangle the handlebars from the frame. Loosen the bolt on the stem of the handlebar. Place the handlebar stem into the frame and pre-secure it by tightening the bolt a little bit. Now loosen the bolt around the handlebar and rotate the handles up so that they're about parallel with the floor. Depending on the bike that you purchased, you might get a seat post with a bracket or without a bracket. The seat post without the bracket is installed by inserting the post into the bottom of the seat. Tighten the seat slightly with a wrench. For this tube, loosen the bolt, rotate the bracket, and insert the rails of the saddle in it. Then secure the bolt again. To install the seat in your bike, open the quick release. Tighten the bolt, insert the tube, and secure the quick release. Now, you can remove the fork from the box, discard it, and turn your bike upside down. To install the front fender, first undo the noodle of your front brake. Then unscrew this nut with the wrench and insert the fender's bracket and secure the nut. Remove these bolts from the tip of the fork and use them to secure the legs of the fender. Finally, make sure that all bolts are tight on the fork. Depending on the bike you purchased, you will get one of these two wheels. One comes with a nut, and the other with a quick release. To install the wheel, loosen the nuts on both sides of the axle without taking them out and insert it onto the fork. Your wheel has a specific direction. Make sure it is turning the right way. Secure the wheel by screwing the nuts back in. Just make sure that the safety hook is correctly inserted in the hole. Make sure the wheel is well centered in the fork, and make a final tightening with the wrench. The other wheel is a bit different. First, check the direction before placing it on the fork. Remove the plastic nut as well as the spring from the quick release. Then insert the quick release into the side that is opposite of the chain. When it's done, place the spring this way and screw in the plastic nut. The final step is to make sure that the wheel is centered and secure the quick release. The pedals are marked for their respective sides, with an L for left and an R for right. Just so you know, The right side of the bike is the side with the chain and the chain guard. You can screw it in first with your hand and make a final tightening with the wrench. Now the basic assembly of your bike is complete. Let's move to adjustments. Let's adjust the brakes now. First, you have to unscrew the pads and position them correctly. The curved part should be facing up so they go with the shape of the rims. Make sure the pads don't touch the tires and make a final tightening to secure them. Now, connect the noodle back. The next step is to adjust the travel of your brake cable. Here, it's too long. First, unscrew the adjustment barrel without taking it out. Then, release the cable of the brake by unscrewing the nut here. Squeeze the brake arms with your hands, making the pads touch the rims, and secure the cable back. This will make your brake too tight. To make it right, just screw the adjustment barrel back in completely. We're almost done. Last step is to adjust the tension. Both arms need to touch the rims at the same time. For this, screw the little bolts at the bottom of the brakes to determine which arms need adjustments. Remember to check your back brake as well. When it's done, just spin the wheel. If it's not touching the rims, you're all set. To adjust your seat, untighten the bracket and position your seat so it's parallel to the ground. Then secure it back. For the seat with bracket, untighten the bolt under the seat and position it into the correct position, and retighten the same bolt. For the height adjustment, always respect the insertion limit marked by this line. To know the right height, just sit on your bike. The correct height is when your leg is almost straight, when your foot is positioned on the pedal at its lowest point. Now, let's adjust the angle of your handlebar. Loosen the bolt of your handlebar and position it parallel to the ground. For the adjustable stem, loosen the bolt on the bottom and the one on the side. Adjust to a comfortable angle and tighten all bolts as much as possible. It's very important to tighten these bolts in the correct way. Then to adjust the angle of your handlebar, loosen the bolts on the head of the stem and retighten equally after positioning it parallel to the ground. For the stem height, loosen the bolt at the stem and position your handlebar in a comfortable height without passing the insertion limit. For the brake levers, you need to position them so that they are aligned with your arms. Before you install your basket, make sure your brakes are completely adjusted. Install the legs of the basket on the tip of the fork. Make sure the cables stay free. This bracket will attach to the back of your basket. While these will secure the bottom of your basket. The flat one goes inside the basket. The bent one goes face up and locks the arm to your basket. Lastly, screw all bolts and make sure that they are tight. Your reflector brackets come in two sizes. The one with the smaller hole goes with the white reflector. The bracket with the larger hole goes with the red reflector. Install the red reflector on the seat tube and install the white reflector on the handlebar. The bell goes on the left side of your handlebar. If your bell doesn't ring, simply adjust the position so the arm is well aligned to hit the bell. Don't forget the safety caps. There's one for every hub nut. If your bike doesn't stand by itself, just bend the kickstand a little by putting your weight on the bike like this. And you're done!